Yo! It's good, y'all. It's Project Man. Today we're back on the video. This is a story time. This is a story time about, and this happened, I think it was the last, no, was it? No. Was it earlier this? No, because that happened yesterday. Last Monday, I forgot to make this, I've been meaning to make this video, but last Monday, my car got hit. Or I hit my car onto somebody, more rather than that. But here's what happened. Let me explain. So it was the morning, and you know how sometimes when you driving, like it's one of those drives where it's like, you're like tired, and every time you stop at the light, you just like, you know what I'm saying, trying to do a little doze off and check on the light or whatever, the person in front of you moved, right? So it's cool, right? So I'm able to make it all the way to school, all the way to the carpool to where you're about to get to your parking, all the way where you're about to get to your parking spot. So this whole time, fighting, now on the freeway it was easy, right? On the freeway, you know you gotta be eyes open. But then when you're at a stoplight or whatever, you're like, all right, cool, I can stop, I can like rest my eyes for a second, check my eyes and see the light open or whatever. I don't recommend you do that, and I was just like that sleepy, so that's also a, you know, sleep schedule thing. But at the same time, I can't like drink coffee in the morning because it makes me go to the bathroom, and I mean like that type of go to the bathroom. So I was like, nah, bro, like I'm not going to the bathroom and having all that going on. So I was like, all right, we're just, and I actually, this was actually the same morning that I forgot to put some on my face. And I will say, when you put like water on your face and like moisturizer, that actually does wake you up a good bit. I probably should have at least done that because that does kind of wake you up. But there's only been like a handful of times I've ever been that tired to where I'm like, like close my eyes while I'm like waiting on the light or whatever. Like there's only a handful of times I've ever been that sleepy. And these were one of those handfuls of times. Was last Monday. And what happened was, I was able, like I said, I was able to make it all the way to the carpool line to get to my spot. And right when we were at the stop sign, so I have this stop sign at my school, and at the stop sign, I turned left, and then I turned right, like not that long after. Like it's a left turn, drive, and then I turned right to get into my parking spot. It's like literally, that's how close I was. I was literally like maybe 2 cars were in front of me until I got to the stop sign. And man, it was one of those, like I said, every time we stop, because it was, my school does that thing where it's like, if you leave the house at like 8, if you leave my house at like 8 o'clock or 8:01, 8:05, something like that, you're going to be caught up in the last minute traffic. I like to call it last minute traffic, because literally, as you get through the school area and you're about to get to where the actual school is at, that's when the line wants to take a minute. And everybody, that's why basically all the later, I wouldn't say late, but all the later boys come in that you know, obviously didn't get up as early or whatnot. And so that part literally takes a minute. Like I said, going like this and like, you know, opening up my eyes, checking on it. And then I get to that carpool line, and again, I'm doing the same thing, going like this while I'm in the carpool line. And so obviously when you're in a parking lot or like a little space where you're doing like the carpool line type thing, it's like a lot of just pushing your brakes on and off, right? Because you're only moving up like a slight bit, because it's a car going, and then your car moves up, or their car in front of you moves up, then you move up a little bit, and then you gotta stop, and then it's the same process. So I was doing that for a little minute. Like I said, I was almost at the stop sign where I would have only had to turn and then make one more turn to my parking spot, which they don't have a stop sign on the other turn. So it's just like almost there, almost ready. And man, I was so tired that when I was pushing my foot on and off the brake, it apparently, without realizing, this is how you know I wasn't even in it. I was like, at a certain point, I got out of it. But, you know, like I said, still sleepy. And I got my foot to move so far to the right of the brake that eventually I hit the gas instead of the brake on, like, while I'm in the carpool line. And then, like, all right, so boom, I'm hitting the brake. And then boom, I hit him, and I'm like, oh, now, like, what is going on? I'm like, and then I just felt the thud, and I'm like, what the heck just happened? So that's the thing. This is me. I was like this, hit the car. Oh, shoot, like, what the heck is going on? And I'm like, oh, snap, like, oh, crap. Like, why is it? And then this is how much out of it I was. I was like, what is going on? Like, I was like, why am I not back? Why am I not stopping? Why is my car still making noise? And then it turns out, then, like I said, I got like regained some more conscience. I'm like, oh, my foot is on the gas, bro. I'm like, oh, it's on the gas. That's why this thing going. And then, okay, boom. I finally hit the brake. Click the park button, turn the car off. Boom. And then dude comes out of here like, hey, like, what are you doing? And this is a little weird because he was like, what are you doing going, what he said? I think he said like 30 miles per hour in the carpool line. And I was like, hey, and I was obviously just like, hey, bro, my bad, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my fault. I'm sorry about that. Cool. And then obviously we pull over right to a little like part where obviously we're out of everybody's way. So we pull over to like this little curb right there. That's not far from the parking sign at all. Just to get out of everybody's way. And obviously, you know, they call the police, blah, blah, boom, 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 boom. Soldier lady comes up to me and she's like, oh, what's going on? Cause she just saw it. She didn't like, she wasn't like gonna officiate or moderate this whole situation. She comes over there and she's like, what's going on? Cool. And I said, blah, like, boom. I did my thing. And then, you know, she was like, all right, well, don't say anything, you know, contact your mom or whatever, and don't say nothing to them, like, don't tell them nothing, because, you know, they're going to be asking questions and all that stuff. So, like, basically, don't say anything until your mom gets there. And I'm like, all right, cool, you know, she just gave me her contact information just in case I need to reach out to her. So it was this black lady, you know, soldier lady. So it's cool, right? She was cool and, you know, just looking out for a brother and whatnot. So shout out to all the women out there, the black women out there especially. Boom. So I call my mom and she's not mad. Like, she's just like, oh, you know, okay, I'll come over there. Boom. And she just kind of like, you know what happens. You know, you just got to be careful next time. And that's what kind of time she was on. So she gets there. He has the officers there now. Because I think they just kind of hang out around the school or whatever. So he asked for, like, you know, driver's license, not registration, but driver's license and the insurance. And I'm like, cool, boom. All right. So I think, like, God works in mysterious ways, bro. Because sometimes, which is not a lot, but sometimes it's enough to say something. Now, it's enough to say sometimes, but I don't do it enough to say rarely. But it's like between sometimes and rarely. So sometimes, rarely, I will leave my wallet at home. Obviously, it has my driver's license. So I'll leave my wallet at home. So on the day that I hit somebody for the first time, that's when I, like, remember to have my wallet. I'm like, wow. Because I usually keep it in the car. But if I got some other event I got to go to and I got to bring my wallet, I'll, like, forget to put it back in here. But for the most part, it stays in here. And I'm like, yo, like, what are the odds that would be the day I don't forget my wallet? And that was great. So, boom, driver's license. And I don't have the registration. Well, I can't find it. I don't know if it's even in here. I think I just, like, the insurance card, I meant. I'm like, I don't know if I have it, or like, I just don't know what it looked, or maybe I know what it looked like, but I don't know. I was like looking through it, just nothing looked like the insurance card. So I was like, all right, I probably don't have it. And so I have a picture of it, right in contact with my dad, because it's in his name and all that stuff. So then, I get the insurance card sent to me. I save it as a photo. Mom's over there, at this point. And then just explaining whatever going on, what happened to him. And then he was like, and then the officer was just saying like, okay, y'all got to decide how y'all handle it, because it's one of those things where when it's on private property, which is the school, it's handled a lot differently than than if you were like out on the road. So it's these situations are handled a lot different on private property or whatever. And then, so yeah, he just got my name, contact information, and all that type of stuff on both ends. And so the damage was that I hit his like the back part of his car. I hit like the rubber. It was like this rubber that's like underneath the car. Like that was the only part of his that got damaged. It wasn't even like the actual car. It was like the rubber underneath it. And this dude is, and I doubt it's true, but this dude was like, yeah, it's probably gonna cost like $1,000. It's like he was an older guy. He wasn't old, but he was an older guy, and like, you know, big boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he was like a coach or something. And he was like, yeah, it's probably gonna cost about $1,000 maybe to fix the rubber. And I'm like, all right, cool. And that's what I'm thinking. I'm just like, all right, whatever. But then, well, I'm thinking in my head like, yo, what is this dude on, bro? Like, bro, I hit the rubber. Not even your car. Like, I hit like the little rubber, bro. Like, that is not gonna cost $1,000. I think at that point he was just estimating. But nah, man, it's one of those things where it's like, you know, what happens. And all I would tell everybody is to be safe out there, not for you, because I almost got hit a couple of days ago because it was this dude who was getting over, and he just did not, like, I don't know, I guess he just didn't care to see if somebody like me was behind him to the point where like he couldn't get over. And so I'm like, I honked at him and what is going on, bro? I had to push my brakes down, bro. So I had almost got to hit myself like not that long after. But watch out for yourself. Watch out for other people on the road. That's all I had to tell y'all. But love and appreciate you guys. If you like the story times, please comment about how you feel. You thought it was funny. You thought it was crazy. Whatever how you felt, comment down below. But I love and appreciate you guys. I'll see you in the next one. The Prodigy. And I'm out. Peace.